Hello, welcome to Global Great Lakes. This week's show will feature Contour Tool. We hope you enjoy.
Contour Tool originally started out making dovetail form tools and high-speed cutting tools for all of industries. We manufactured the tools basically for the aerospace, industrial, hydraulics, heavy equipment, farm equipment, small lawnmower equipment. We manufactured tooling for medical, also the plastics industries. We're in the business of making specialty cutting tools. And by that, what we do is we can take standard products and turn them into your specials to be able to help you manufacture your products easier and become more competitive because of the additional volume you're able to run off our precise tools. The ability that we have here, we are a full one-stop shop, tool shop. We can handle pretty much all of your specialty cutting tool needs. Again, from larger cutting tools down to itty-bitty cutting tools. We can do stuff up to 4-inch diameter, all the way down to things that are 60 and 70 thousandths in diameter, and all the way down to cutting tools having 1,000th diameter radius on them. Eastern Michigan Tool and Die Collaborative is a group of 16 companies that have come together to collaborate underneath one shell. And by that, you can bring a product to me or to one of the individuals inside of our group, and we will send it on to the individual company that is best qualified to handle it. We have engineers on staff that have been doing this for 15 to 30 years. And with that, we have pretty well seen everything in the industry. I want to introduce you to one of our key people here. This is Kim. Kim is actually my office manager, or Contour Tools office manager. And everything that happens and ends in this business starts with her. As we continue on down through the engineering room, this here is Jeff. Jeff's been with me for over 5 years. He has over 20 years in designing and engineering tools. So again, what I had mentioned before is Kim from the front office will bring a part or direct a phone call to him. And from there, he will go ahead and design parts and do a lot of the customer contact on what specific machines they're going to be running the tool on and what their layouts are going to be.
This is a decent example of one of our parts. Just have to get it to where it can be viewed. I'll take a customer print and redraw it. As I redraw it, I'll apply all the dimensions in AutoCAD. That's how I check myself to make sure I've drawn it right. And then I copy the geometry down. I use some color coding, and these are all the form tools as I put them in. This is the form tool. This is bar stock. It'd be 3/4 hex or whatever size this is. It spins in the machine. This tool actually cuts the shape.
Another intricate part of Contour Tool is Johnny Trammell. Johnny came to me from Carbotron. Carbotron was actually purchased by Contour Tool in 2008, and Johnny and some of the other employees came along with that.
We primarily focus on the special carbide inserts here. I can show you one, and a good example would be to show you the type of part that this tool would manufacture. You can see there's teeth on the tool. This is a pulley that you might recognize from your automobile engine. We actually make a tool that will form these grooves on the part.
This here is actually our shipping and receiving area. Our material comes in through the door here, goes onto the tool racks or onto the floor. What happens is the material will actually come in. The bars will either be 10, 12, or 20 foot long. And from there, what we'll do is cut it down into manageable size. And these products here will end up becoming part of our inventory, which will end up eventually at our customers. What he's doing right here is running the engine lathe, and it's not a CNC, but what he's doing is he's actually just roughing parts. He's roughing the shanks, roughing the diameters, and from there it will go to a milling operation and the flutes will be put into it. So what Brian did over here was he turned the part on the engine lathe. He turned this side, put centers into it, both ends faced it, came over to here, and what's happening is the milling cutter's actually coming through and cutting the flute on this. From here, this process will go outside to a heat treater that specializes in heat treating high-speed steel. He'll bring the Rockwell up between 64 to 68. This here is actually the dovetail form tool. The bars we started out with are back here. In essence, what's happening is he's cutting this right now. This signifies the offset side of the tool. From here, once he gets this done, it'll actually go back over on the other side and be cut down into a small tool blank like this. This again will become one part of our stock inventory. This area over here is our grind portion. What we do is after the tool comes back from heat treat, this is a more preparation for our tools to be able to come to our finished grinders or go into inventory and then go out onto the other side and actually be cut on the wire EDM. This is Tracy. He's actually in charge of my grinding room area, and what he's doing right now is roughing one of the reamers out, or putting the finished grind on one of the reamers that we manufactured on the other side. So if you can remember, you saw the turning operation and the fluting. Now what happens is it came back from the heat treat. This part has already been hardened. He's actually got it up here between centers and grinding it so that everything remains concentric to the shank. And again, it's all part of the precision that goes into each one of these parts. What he'll do is he'll show you how he's going to break it down